Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again with another one here on the EMillio EgBar show. And ladies and gentlemen, we have had this young up and coming artist on our platform once before, and we are bringing him back once again because he got some new music in store for all of y'all out there. And on top of that, he's got a lot to tell y'all. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me reintroduce to y'all here tonight on the platform as our special guest from out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have on the line with us, Rod King. Yo, Rod, what's good, brother? Peace.
Man, what's good with you, man?
I'm cooling, man. You already know the vibes, man. How about you?
Man, all is well, man. Can't complain, man.
I
Staying
hear,
warm.
I hear that, man. We were just talking about for other people out there who's listening right now. We've been talking about all this crazy weather we've been getting on here in the East Coast, also out there in the Midwest and all that good stuff. And we're happy right now. We're getting towards the good weather, man. So with that being said, happy 2025 to you, man. And happy belated birthday. You know, I know your birthday just came and gone and all that good stuff. So definitely want to make sure we extend our birthday wishes to you, man.
Man, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. So talk to us, man. What's been going on with you, man, since the last time you've been on the show?
Well, you know, man, recently, me and Kawan released the Golden Age right now. So we're in the Golden Age season.
That's
And
what's...
that just consists of, going with the rollout for that project, man. So, been doing a lot of creation, like music-wise. But right now, we in the Golden Age season. And, we focused on, bringing that project to life with to people. So what I mean by that is things such as visuals and, things of that nature.
Now, with the Golden Era, you doing something a little bit differently than I've seen a lot of people do in terms of the way they structure a project. Now when I mean by that, everybody who isn't familiar with what goes into creating an album, most albums have what we call themes. And I know a lot of people out there are familiar with themes. And the one theme that I'm seeing that you're picking up on, well, the one thing that I see that you're doing right now with this particular project that you're dropping is every song is titled after a certain year that has some kind of significance in your life. So what made you come up with that concept?
Man, like really, the 90s was my favorite, time in hip hop. So I definitely just wanted to give people, a project that was based off of going into like the golden era of hip hop. So we decided like, I didn't really want to use any, like name titles. So what we did is we just named, the years of the 90s on down, and we reinvented that, through my perspective.
And that's a pretty cool concept, man, because like I said, we don't really see a lot of people taking, I could say, like a time capsule sort of approach. And like, having the opportunity to sit and listen to the Golden Age, the whole project from top to bottom and everything is like every year on that track has something that, happened within that year. It's almost like a summary of everything that happened within that year, man. So like, what has been the receptions that you have gotten from the people that have heard this project so far?
Man, I've been getting a lot of good feedback for this project, being honest with you. To me, like, and this is being humble too, but like, for the most part, just hearing the people, compare this project to a classic, I feel like it was really dope. And for the most part, like I said, man, I just really want to give people, some dope hip hop, my favorite era of hip hop. So we created this style project, and we've been getting great feedback, man. Haven't heard anything negative, and it's been good.
With this one right here, you have such a strong work ethic and you have a pretty solid catalog of music that you've been putting out. I recall the last time you came onto this platform was December 2024. And here we are now and get ready to go into March of 2025. And you got how many projects out right now?
Oh, man. I think it's 4 total.
Oh man. And it's not like it's like EPs or nothing like that. These like full-length features that you're putting out, man. So like, where's all this music coming from? Like, where's all this creative drive and passion coming from for you to put out so much music right now?
Well, man, like I was one of those people, man, when I decided like, that I was going to get into, doing hip hop. I wanted to be the best. I was like, if I'm not in this thing, to be the best, why do it? And like I said, I told many people before, I grew up watching the greats. So you know, I apply, the things that I learned from certain people, and I brought that to this project. But for the most part, man, it's just the drive of wanting to be the very best. My goal is to be in that GOAT conversation. So, I know I got work to do.
I definitely hear that, man. So with that being said, like, what's the vibes right now around Milwaukee? Like, we know, you holding it down right now in Milwaukee, but what's some other faces and names out there that we should be getting familiar with? Because like I said, man, the one thing I like to do, especially when it comes to, this platform, one thing I like to do is spotlight regions that a lot of people don't really tap into, and when it comes to like regions, we talk about the Midwest, the West Coast, so forth. Everybody has like their hubs. So like the West Coast, they have, mostly LA. And, down south, they have like Texas, Atlanta and all that stuff. And then, the Midwest, they have Chicago and Detroit and all that good stuff. So like, what's the vibes right now in Milwaukee? Who should we be keeping an eye out for?
Man, it's some talent out here, man. As far as when it comes to the hip hop spaces, a few people I put y'all on to. It's a guy that go by the name of Reggie Bonds, hip hop to the core, dope artist. Another artist go by the name of Von Alexander, very dope artist from Milwaukee as well. We got another artist to go by the name of Genesis Renji, and yeah, man, those are some dudes that's been not doing the craft for a while, and I definitely feel like people should, tap into what those brothers are doing.
Now, with that being said, as you continue along, with, everything that you have going on so far right now in 2025, we're looking forward, it's still a long ways away from like what to expect going into 2025. But like, what is your goal for this year? Like, what is the one thing overall with your music for this particular year that you want to accomplish?
Oh, that's a great question, brother. For the most part, it's just really get as much people onto the music as possible right now, because I feel like I'm in that building stage. So just, get marketing the music out the right way, and really, running things such as like ads on the visuals, so people can get more familiar, with who Rakim is as an artist. But just to let you know too, though we're in that golden age era right now, I'm not done yet. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of more stuff that's up my sleeve. I definitely plan on putting another album out too this year.
No doubt about that, man. And with that being said, the plan is to put out, another album this year and whatnot. And, one of the biggest things that we're seeing right now, especially in this space, and right now with the way that so many people now, are electing to take matters into their own hands when it comes to their careers. So, marketing has been one of the biggest things that a lot of people has been focused on this year in this current age of the music industry. So now with that being said, like, just to pick your brain a little bit, like, what are you doing differently with this particular marketing campaign, with your the rollout of this project that you've done differently from other ones?
Okay, so for the most part, I done picked up a PR along the way. So
okay, cool.
That's always helpful to have, an extra hand that's helping you when it pertains to marketing. But really buckling down too on running ads, such as on like YouTube and my socials, because putting the money into that, you're gonna be able to get a good reach if you invest into that. And that's what it's all about for me right now, is just making sure we get the music out to as much people as possible. So I was kind of anti-streams just because I didn't like the way things were going. With the streams, I was more of a letting people go to Bandcamp and YouTube, but just realizing more so what my purpose is. We're putting the music on everything now.
Okay.
I want people to get the music, just because I consider myself a conscious artist, and I got healing vibrations within my music. So the goal is to really, just do my purpose with this thing. So
Okay.
we're not leaving anything out, even though we don't like the way, certain things go with the streams. We definitely gonna have the music accessible for everyone.
Right. I get you. So basically right now at the point when it comes to the streaming is basically just another vessel that you're using or another avenue that you're using to put out there for people to be able to access your music, not really to worry about the revenue.
Correct.
Got
Correct.
got you. And that really sucks, man. That's something, we've been, talking about a long time here now on this platform. And I've heard a lot of other people having this conversation as well. And that's definitely starting to be something that is starting to grow louder as people starting to realize just how not really, when it comes to like wanting to monetize your music, how streaming platforms aren't really the route to go. Like, how do you feel about it overall? Because like I know I hear people, they say they don't like it, but what are your true feelings about it? Like me, I can tell you I hate it. It sucks. And I don't like the fact because you see so many artists out there with a lot of good music that they deserve to get, compensated a lot better than what they're being paid right now when they only getting like maybe 0.0000, add like 20 more zeros, .4 of a fucking penny.
No, absolutely, man. I'm on board with you, man. I
Yeah.
hate it as well. I'm not a fan of it just
Hmm.
because I feel like it doesn't cater to the artists. But just having an understanding of the times that we're in, and knowing that most people, not necessarily, I'm not gonna say all, but a
Hmm.
lot of people are streaming music nowadays. So, you know, uh, at the end of the day, I feel like my purpose is to really get the music out there. So
Right.
instead of being, anti-streaming, I definitely want to give a chance for more people to hear it, because if you look at it like this, you put your music out on the streams, and
Hmm.
you can potentially gain like a listener or intrigue somebody just from the streams that can, potentially become a super fan of what it is that you're doing. So
Hmm.
just having the mentality to know that it's fitting into the grand scheme of what it is that Rock King is doing.
Yeah, that's true. And and it's crazy, with this whole situation too, is just, I'm seeing that and I understand it, especially when it comes to it, like we said, it's just a vessel for people to get it out there and all that good stuff. So you got to utilize it for what it's for. So what you're seeing now is you're seeing a
Right.
lot of people go the route where they're distributing their own music by other means. And what I mean by other means, you got a lot of people now that's getting out there, they putting up websites, and then you got people that's getting out there, they're going back to the hand in hand. But the only thing different with the hand in hand now, and I've had a conversation with another artist, I believe it was Lindor. Shout out to Lindor that I had this conversation with.
Shout
He
out
was,
Lynn.
yeah, definitely shout out to him. And he was telling me about the fact that he
He
has
hates
like,
the streams.
yeah, he hates it. He hates it. But the one thing he said that I like, and this is another thing that Kawan was doing at one point too, is how, a lot of people have like the little cards with the QR codes on it and stuff, and you can just scan it, you can come up with the music. I think that's a pretty good idea, man. Like very innovative in the times that we living in. What you think?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because it's a way that the people can, get the music very fast, and it's a easy approach. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna hold it up real quick on the screen for everybody out there to see it. And if Kawan watching this, I'm pretty sure he go, oh shit, yo, you still got that? It's the what is it? The quarter pack music promo membership card. I still remember this joint, man. That's dope, yo, for real. But with that being said, man, being that you have linked up with so many international people, you linked up with so many different people in different reaches of the
Right.
country and whatnot, want to say shout out to Jay Waiters because I remember he was telling me about a song that you guys have together that y'all going to be looking to do a video for. So with that being said, like
Oh, absolutely.
I
Shout out
like
Jay Waiters.
definitely, man, shout out to Jay Waiters. So with that being said, like when you get that opportunity to get out there to work with other people, like how does that make you feel overall as an artist? Because you got a lot of people that say how they feel, and it's not always positive, it's not always negative either. But how do you feel? Because I know a lot of people have their perks and they also have their pet peeves about working with others.
Man, the way I view it is I just look and see what people are doing as far as like on the level of putting like work in. If a person is really putting their work in and establishing themselves, for the most part, that's what would necessarily draw me. And then like message wise, depending on what their message is, what it is that they stand for, if it seems like it's a similar fit, that's how a possible collab can happen with Rakim. If it just fits into what it is that I feel like I'm doing over here.
I can respect that too, because you want to make sure that the energy's matching. You want to make sure that you have a common goal in mind when it comes together, because you got a lot of people out there. They want to just write off of somebody else's coattails, and you got the ones out there that really want to establish a mutual communication or a mutual connection with one another. So yeah, that is definitely essential when it comes to working with other people. And that's one thing I always look at too, is just like not only just your overall body of work, but just how you are as a person too, the way you interact and the kind of vibe I get from you as well when it comes to it. But with that being said, the one question I want to also ask you before we get ready to wrap everything up is, as you continue on through this thing that we call music, and especially right now with the way the tide is turning in the music business, you're going to go through moments where you have levels of success that you haven't achieved before, and then you're going to have levels of failure that make you question whether or not you want to continue on with this. So how have you prepared yourself to deal with this roller coaster that you're going to embark on when you are, pursuing a career in music?
Oh yeah, it's ups and downs for sure, but I think for the most part, it's the love and really just having an understanding of like, yo, this is what it is that I'm gonna do, and I don't know how most artists go about doing things themselves, but for me, I give myself the go ahead as far as knowing that I'm a true MC, somebody that's true of the culture, and that's here for it. So with me having an understanding of that, and then just knowing, with the connections I done made as far as people that my music done touched already, it's been enough confirmation for me to know, to keep going.
Yeah, that's good right there, man. And, definitely, man, because, there's a lot of people out there that's dealing with, success and failure. Some people don't take it as well as they should. Some people, you would think that, you would have a hard time handling failures and stuff like that, which is true. But you also got a lot of people out there that have a hard time handling success, and that's the reason why I asked that question, because we as artists, we as creatives and collectives and stuff like that, like we always envision, the success, but we never think about how we're going to handle it once we get there, or we never think about the failures and the pitfalls and what we're going to do when we come to these situations, how we're going to overcome those. So, that's the reason why I like to ask that question, because, it gives inspiration to other people out there that may be going through the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So with that being said, man, Rod, we definitely want to say thank you for taking the time to come up here and chop it up with us, man. And before we do, I always like to, give this opportunity for the artists to, any shout outs, any last words of encouragement, or for anybody out there that's looking to get in contact with you to, collab with you or network with you. How can they make that possible?
Yeah, man. I'm pretty much a rock king on everything. RA space K7NG. So on all social media, streaming platforms, it's the same thing. And then as far as shout outs too, man, definitely want to shout out, to the team, DJ Kawan, Lindor, No 82, Travis B, the Lazy MC, Kong Do, the people I've been rocking out with, Luck as of now. Shout out to those brothers, and yeah, be looking out, man. We're gonna definitely have some visuals coming for people soon, as well as another album coming sometime too, in this year, 25.
No doubt, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what it is. Rod King, my mans, we definitely appreciate you, yo, for coming up here, taking the time out your busy day to come and chop it up with us here on this platform. And for everybody else out there, y'all, keep it locked and stay tuned, because y'all already know what's coming next. We're about to take a dive into this golden age that's out there right now by my man Rod King, produced by DJ Kawan. Shout out to DJ Kawan and the Mixtape Show. And for all of y'all out there, if you're watching this on YouTube and you like the video, do me that favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, y'all. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Until then, y'all be safe out there, y'all.
The most recognized source of hip-hop and R&B on the planet. This is the EMillio EgBar Show. Real hip-hop and R&B.